Greetings all, Frog here. Let's play some Factorio, and we will attempt to play efficiently. We are at the point now where we can effectively use combinators and all that business to automate a lot of this, and well, we will definitely want to do that. The proof of concept of the fully automation is significantly more complicated than perhaps we would want it to be. However, we are definitely going to press forward as we go. We will have to consider how this is going to work. Many of the efficient logic gate type systems use one track for everything, which I think is probably the way we're going to go. It's just a matter now of planning out where that one track is, and until that point, just making sure we have the correct resources to have a successful factory. So I'm going to go check in on our stone, see how that's going, and just load that up. I have plenty of fuel to bring down here if it does need more fuel, because we are running this on coal. And we'll just load up some more, just to make sure it continues as it needs to do. We still only have the one biter base to the northwest. We can see the little one sneaking in there on the left. So what we're going to want to do, or what I want to do, is to start thinking about some basic defense only in terms of like automating some ammunition production. So I have basic ammunition, and you know, we have our science. Science is working. It is going along as intended. There are some parts, of course, that kind of break down near the end, and we will have to consider how to handle that and how to fix that eventually. But for now, we are doing what we have. We have plenty of steel now, so let's go ahead and get some steel. And what we're going to do is we're going to make some steel chests. Right now we just need the 4. And where do you end up? There you are. Just to increase our iron storage. Okay. Because we would like to hold as much of the raw resource on hand as we possibly could. So it'll also make sure that these guys are all moving again, and various other sundries. Okay, so this is, so far, everything just for science, to make sure that our science is continuing along the way it is. We're going to craft things by hand as much as we can for now, but we will definitely go on from that. That's circuits and cable, okay. So we just want to sort of continue along to find what we got. I'm just going to put, what's going on? I'm going to put all that in and just take a couple out for myself. I don't need an entirely large stockpile on my own personal stuff. Just a couple of stacks will do me. Same thing with the copper. Okay. We are out of resources. That must just be one sitting there. Yeah, sure was. You can have those. So that does have the rest of it, and those guys are fully loading, with the exception of some that might be here. That's the only thing we're missing at this point. Oh, no, because that does get that corner. So only if there were any under the light, which I don't think there are. We will run out of copper here before too long. We're going to have to be careful about that. Alright, let's get to building some stuff. So we have our circuit area. This will output circuits. Perfectly fine. Perfectly wonderful. Good to go. The circuits end up both here and here. So let's build some things that are going to require these. So you can see I have my combinators already. We could do some simple RS switches, which are just reset set or set reset. I think SR, but I think RS is more standard. That we will use to control various aspects of the factory. So what I do need to do, I need to make some assembling machines. Is this level 2? No, that's level 2. None of those are really level 2 either. We're not making these because we don't need to make these yet. But we are getting close. Just trying to see how efficient this really is at doing what we need it to do. So one of the ways this works that let's just talk through what the whole plan is going to be. So when we actually get to production, right? This is going to fly when we finally get to level 3 assemblers, and then we have our fast things going, because at the level 1 and level 2 the assemblers really aren't fast enough to make the single belt concept work with any sort of chutzpah? I don't know the exact word that I want to use, but with any sort of true speed, right? It'll always be a wee bit slow. So when we first start out, yeah, this is going to be a little bit slow, but we are going to build up to that. I've gone to my standard, typical, efficient setup because I don't have those level 3 places yet, so we have to do it this way. We just have to. So we have to do some things the old-fashioned way. So, like, I would like to automate getting all the types of assembler, or the inserters that we need correctly. So let's just get 3 of these, because we need 3 of them to do our inserter production. And what we're going to do is we're going to make the basic straight from Smart, and we're going to load inserters as we need them. Eventually, all of this will be handled by a logic gate and through order systems. We're going to need quite a bit of room for that processing to take place, because every one of our orders, if you will, is going to require its component parts, and each one of the component parts will need its own type of logic gate, so that way I won't have to think through this process of, well, how many machines do I need making this much stuff and making that much stuff and all that, because it will be done. It's not going to be able to change machine recipes, but it will be able to release the exact raw resources, it will count what we need, and there'll be very, very minimal waste. Until that point, however, we have to go by hand. So we're going to just build off right here, because there is plenty of space to do what we need to do. So we're going to start by building our... No, we really don't need pipe. I mean, we will, but not yet. We're going to build the basic inserters, then we're going to build some fast inserters, and then we're going to build our smart inserters. So in order to make these things, we know the basic inserters, that we're doing that over there. We're going to need electronic circuits, iron gates, and iron plates, and gear wheels, and it's a 1-to-1 ratio, right, of all those 3 things. Brilliant. Now, to make our fast inserters, we need a regular inserter, then 2 circuits and 2 iron plates. So we've got a 1-to-1 and then a double system here. So I am completely out of inserters. We'll make a few more to do what we need to do. And over here we just need circuits and fast inserters on a 1-to-1 ratio. Right? Now these will all have to be fast to make things work at the super speeds, but we're going to do this for now. That goes into there. Right? You're going to need circuits, so there will be circuits that come through on a belt. And eventually, to make all of this work, we need to have a buffer storage. So if I intend not to move this and to have this be the loop, which it could be, it would have to actually be moved over by one. So let's just do that ahead of time in case we get lazy, because let's be honest, it's Factorio. Chances are good we're going to get lazy and we're not going to actually move things over. But if we have the loop, we can actually unload right here, come into our loop right here, and then we can load onto the loop here, and then we've got our factories. So we've got one factory here for the basic, the fast, and the smart. Those go into there, right? And then we need to have some sort of storage mechanism. So it's going to take the materials that we need off the line. It actually won't take there. We'll just have a nice little gap. That'll be good for our what have you. So this would actually need to be like this, which it could do, but then the okay. This is why we try to plan ahead, yeah? So I just completely missed where that was. In order to make this work, is the loop comes here. The loop cannot go there, but the loop could go here. Okay, so this is where our loop is. We come out of the loop into a smart inserter, and then this actually is what does the work. Will we have smart inserters and chests right away? No, because we're not building the full loop concept. We're just getting some supplies ready in fairly efficient manner. But every one of the setups will look like that. Okay? Because this is what's going to drive what we need to do. We need this buffer in the way if we're going to try and eliminate waste. Because what that buffer does is we can tie this, once it's a smart chest, obviously, we can tie that into the circuit network, or the circuit network, and do what we need to do. So in order to pull all of this off, I'm going to pull these back just because we're going to need fast inserters anyway. So we're just going to start with fast inserters. I don't know what's going on with my voice today, by the way. I'm just feeling like very British. I mean, I don't know how else to describe that. So we're going to make all those. Let's do a quick double check, make sure everything is doing good. Yep, and then we have that one instance where we're talking about we just have the green in the wrong spot. Take that up, throw it in, and away we go. So we just have to clean up a little bit. We could prevent this if we had that buffer system before it comes into our science labs, which we will certainly consider. This will guide the way to oil processing, which we can start while we're working on the rest of the efficiencies. So that way we're not taking slow time figuring all this out and nothing's going on. We will continue to process science. We will continue to process everything else as it goes along. Okay, so we are happy with this now. Hopefully we won't have to move it. There's our science. Which, by the way, kudos that doesn't just automatically pop up anymore. I very much appreciate that. It did get annoying. I know some people liked it, but now what we have to do is figure out what's with the inefficiency. So we got 2 extra belt here. No, stop. Just stop. We had way too much here. We had like 3 extras. And I'm not sure why that is. It's good for us because I certainly can use it, right? There's no question about that. But how do we ended up with 2 extra copper plate as well. Very perplexing because these formulas are pretty clear. Each one of these needs 1 copper plate. So what's with the extra 2? I don't know. Everything should be empty at this point. Okay. So, efficient. Let's see. Fluid handling? That seems likely because it would be nice to store up all of the stuff that we are doing. Steel definitely seems like something else that would be nice to do. And, you know, I mean, everything we need eventually. But what's our order? I think probably... they're all quite good. Inserter item stack size bonus, that's where we start getting into issues where we might have some waste, but that's the only part where the waste is brought in. And I'm going to do it. I'm not going to one at a time, no. I want to do fluid handling next, just because really I'd like to have the storage tank. So we need 75 each of these. So in order to get 75, we would need, of course, 75 of our copper. We're going to need 75 gears, which means we need 150 gears. Let's just get a bunch of our raw materials in place. So we're ready to go. Alright. So now with the stack size that automatically adjusts, in order to get 75 into this box, we're going to have to be kind of inventful. So we'll put half in of just 1 stack, please. So we'll take half out. And then we'll take up 1. Now that's 50. And, hold on, we take half out again. And then we take 1 stack, which is 100, and we put half of it in, which gets us to, why are we not doing half? Because this hates me. Perfect. I love this, 100%. This is not at all annoying. We take out half, and I want to put in half. There we go. So we get our 75, which is what we need. We need 75 red beakers for this recipe, right? Yep, 75 red beakers. 75 red beakers, 1 to 1. We need 75 gears, which is 150 iron. Is it not? Of course it is. So we need 150 iron. So we put in the 150. And it's already starting to work. So let's work. In it goes. We've got 75 of those on the way. Now we need 75 each of these. Right? Because it's all 1 to 1 ratio. So we need 75 each of these. So to get 75 of these, we need... And this is why it's going to be so much... we need 75 of each. It's going to be so beautiful to actually have this done. So we need 75. Let's just start loading. Let's make some gears. That'll go very, very quickly. I need 75 of these. In order to make 75 of these, it's a 1 to 1 ratio, so I need 75 iron plate. So that's, we're going to turn these bad boys off. And again, this will be much, much better when we actually get in there. So take that back and in. That's 75. Very beautiful. And we're good to go. And then we're going to need 75 times 3, which is 225 of these bad boys. And each one, 2 is a copper plate. We will end up with some inefficiency in this, of course, because we can't do 225. We'll have to do 226. So we need 113 of these bad boys in here. Oh, that's an unintended consequence. Give me that. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Wow, you are way too efficient at that, which is probably a good thing. So we need 100, 7, and then 6 more. Get in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Messy, but effective. So this will give us everything that we need to make the necessary components of that. And we're already making more because there was stuff stuck in here, apparently. That's truly annoying. Alright, so that's part of the reason that that's not going to be as efficient, but so be it. And I'll have many more gear wheels. We need 70, we need more than that. Just give me all the gears. I will have all the gears. because I need to make 75 of these, and 75 of these needs 75 gears and 75 iron plate. 75 of these, we're going to need 75 gears and 75 iron plate, and then 75 circuits. So we need to do our same trick here with our iron. Just give me a bunch of iron, thank you. And that same trick, of course, is we put one in, take it. Okay, stop. Give me everything you got. Thank you. Give me this. You put one in. You take half of it back out, half of it back out, and then put it in. There's your 75. We do the same thing over here. One in. Oh, good God. Which is why this is going to be so much better when we actually have to order this. Do I have to do it this way? Of course not. Am I going to do it this way? Of course I am. Alright. Then I need to give me all of these. That's not 150 yet, so keep going. I need 30. I need 28 more. So I need 28 times 2 is 56, so give me half. And then 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very good. That'll give me 150 gear wheels. Which will be very, very nice because it'll be very, very easy to put into the box. Very nice. So give me those. I now have 150, so I go in, I go half click, give me 75 of those, and put all 75 into there. Bob's your uncle. And then we come back here, and just the 75 gears, 75 of these that I need. I've got 50 here and hopefully 25 here. Perfect. Give me that and that. And what do we have left over? 6, 3, so 9, 13. 13 wire left over. Not horrible. Pretty decent. And we will, of course, use it again. So here we go. You can have 75 of those. Is this cumbersome? Yes. But this is because everything right now is manual. Nothing is automatic. When we get to the automation, that is when this will really shine. So in and in we go. Excuse me. This is sort of the unnecessary buffer, but we're going to use it anyway, because it will become necessary when we need to do the maths. And in it goes. Right? So, can we control what's going from here to here without a buffer chest? No. Do we really need to? No, because when this is going to pull, it's only going to pull when it needs to. At the most, we'll have 2 extras from all of these. I can survive with 2 extras. Do I like 2 extra? No. But I can handle it. It's acceptable losses. Let's talk oil in the next couple of minutes here. So we are ready now to actually do some oil processing. So let's see, where is our closest oil? It is definitely within base, which is very good. It's just below the power, if I recall now. I do recall. Central Park in fall. How you tore your dress. Oh, what a mess. I confess. Donkashane. Alright. So yeah, we have some good. We've really got just the one that's good. We want to leave room to expand our power. I think 4 rows of power seems to be effective. Now, this will be in the way, so we'll be going underground pipe here, and we'll just have to be very careful, but it'll extend out, so we'll have some power going out there. So we're going to do our oil processing beneath the oil field, which is perfectly fine. So first things first, we need an actual refinery. We're going to start with just the one. We will probably build more, and we'll build the 2 pump jacks. This will take some time. There's no doubt about that, because crafting in your pocket always takes time. But we're okay with that. If you're here, you're not for speed. Go check out Bob's mod. Alright, so let's get our power poles in place. And we'll come back over here as well. Everything's ready, alright? Inserters are ready. So what we really just need are electronic circuits, steel, or iron, and gears. Okay, this needs 1 to 1. So let's just say I want to end up with 50 inserters. We'll just output right here, just to make it easy on us. This will get annoying. This is probably where the combinators are going to have to go, but we'll just output here for now. So say I want to get 50 of these bad boys. Well, to get 50 of these bad boys, I first need 200 circuits just for this. Okay, 200 circuits just for this bad boy. Then I need 50 of these. So I'm going to need another 100. That's 300 circuits, plus we know we need 50. So I need 350 circuits to make this work. So let's just keep that in mind. How many iron? 350, right? And then 1050 of these bad boys. All right, divided by 2. So I need 525 copper and 10 525 copper, excuse me. And then I need 350 copper, iron, just for this. That's quite a bit, right? You don't really think about how much your factory is using until you start thinking about it that way, do you? So I need 325. So what I'm going to do first is turn these bad boys off just for a quick second so I can do my quick 50 thing. Half in, half back. That's that. I need 1, 2, 3. 325 is the proper rate to get that bad boy rolling. Right? Now I need 525 copper. So we'll just grab a bunch out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 50 works for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I know I've got that. Put half of that back. Boom. 525. So this is just to make 50 smart inserters. Do I really need 50 smart inserters? Yeah, I'm going to need way more than 50 smart inserters when this all is said and done. I really don't like the fact, by the way, that the music just dies out. I don't think we've had music for the majority of this this game. I think when they did 12.5, they changed something with the sound, and it bugged it out. I'll have to file a bug report. But now we've set in motion everything we need, with the exception of 50 of the gear wheels, and I need 100 iron plate in this, right? Because you just need 1 to 1. Oh no, you need 2. So you need 100, you need 50. So I need 150 iron plate. We're going to unload. We're just going to unload this way, because this is where my stuff is. I need 150 iron plate, so half and that gives me the 150. This is all the iron that we're going to need for all of this. Okay. Hopefully iron will be taken. Again, this only needs to go to 50, so I'm going to need to make it a smart chest, but I'm just going to have to watch it for a minute. But that would be 50, then 100 go in. These would be smart chests, so it would load up the buffer, and then it throws it in the machine. Right. It's only putting 2 into the machine right now, so I actually need to stop at 48, which is right there. So that's too many. I can take 3 of these out, though. 1, 2, 3. Oops, wrong. I need 1, 1. Why are you not dropping? Really? Okay, fine. We'll just go in here. 1, 2, 3. That's that. You go in. Oh, I need 1 more. Boom. You go in there. Thank you. You come back on and do your thing later. But now that gets me all of that. And then it's going to go in. And it's going to be wasteful because I had that pile up. Now it's filling in, which is fine. We'll just move it around. We needed 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's everything. It's going to do what it needs to do. This is clunky. Absolutely. Of course it's clunky. But that's what the loop is all about. That would be smart inserters. All this would be smart inserters. We need them first. So when we get there, we'll get there. Okay. This is a long trek. Thank you for your patience in going through it. We have our oil processing ready, so we're going to start with that. We'll make some pipes here in the future. I could see that we need more power or more coal down there in the coal generating system. I think it's just time to make it two different, to get some more electric there and not so much the burners. So that's what we're going to end up doing. But that's what we have for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel to stay updated to everything. And until next time, cheers.